Hey there, West Michigan. Thanks for watching 13 Weather Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. It has been nice weather from the end of the week all the way into the start of the weekend. And the good news is this pattern going to continue as we head toward Easter Sunday. Really a treat of a forecast for most of the next 10 days. Let's take a look at this photo that was this evening over at Pure Marquette Beach. Beautiful clear skies as the sun was starting to go down. Thanks to Susan for sending us this picture. Of course, we always love to share your photos here at 13 on your side. You can send them to me on social media. Meteorologist Michael Behrens on Facebook and at Mike Behrens WX on Twitter and on Instagram. The high temperature today was pretty nice. Hit 59 in Grand Rapids and Holland, 58 Muskegon, and even 60 in Kalamazoo. We're going to boost these temperatures even warmer for tomorrow. The temperature this evening was inside our 3-degree guarantee. Told you 57, hit 59, brings the accuracy streak to 3 days in a row. When it comes to tomorrow, even warmer temperatures are ahead. That's why 13 Weather Ball is lit up in red. View of the 13 Weather Ball sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. We're looking at temperatures as we closed in on 10 o'clock that we're still in the 40s. In fact, quite a bit in the 40s. 49 in Grand Rapids, 48 Battle Creek, and 45 in Muskegon. Note the clear skies, though, that will allow temperatures to fall as we head through tonight. Also fairly calm winds going to allow those temperatures to drop over the next several hours. In fact, we're calling temperatures down to 34 as we head through tonight with partly cloudy skies. Your Sunday, Easter Sunday, will be mostly sunny with a temperature up to 64. Monday still on the mild side, but a little cloudier. Temperature going to make it to 65. Speaking of that Easter forecast, let's break it down hour by hour for you. We're looking at temperatures that start the day in the 30s, but the sunshine will be around all day long. We warm to 58 by lunchtime, and again, those 60s hang around through most of the afternoon. Winds will be light, mostly from the south, around 3 to 8 miles per hour. The radar as of 10 o'clock, quiet in West Michigan, and it will stay that way for the better part of the next week or so. We have a little bit of cloud cover out to the west that'll slide our way as we head toward Monday, but beyond that, not much else to track when it comes to Futurecast here or the radar as we take a look at the next couple of days. We see the cloud cover hang around a little bit tonight. Again, we'll see some partly cloudy at times conditions, but we'll clear up and stay clear as we head through the day tomorrow. Cloud cover does pick back up a little bit as we head towards Sunday night. Again, we do turn toward partly cloudy to at times mostly cloudy skies as we head through the day on Monday. No rain from those clouds, just pushing through with no major concerns. We see clearer conditions by the time we head toward Monday night. We'll stay partly cloudy as we head through Tuesday and into Tuesday evening. But by the time we get toward Wednesday, it's all sunshine and much warmer when it comes to the temperatures. Here's a look at your Sunday forecast. On the lakeshore, we'll see temperatures hanging around in the 50s toward Ludington, 60s everywhere south of there. Temperatures for the inland counties will be in the low 60s for our northern zones, with temperatures expected to be around 64 in Grand Rapids, as warm as 65 in Kalamazoo. 13 on your side, 10-day outlook. Temperatures continue to climb through the 60s as we work our way through Monday and Tuesday. Things get a little bit breezy, but not bad, and plenty of sunshine comes around. We'll hit our first 70-degree day on Wednesday, and that'll continue all the way through next weekend when a weak system comes through, bringing us scattered showers that will push temperatures back down closer to normal as we round out the 10-day forecast. And after storms hit most of West Michigan Wednesday, all eyes have been on the rivers and creeks as flooding has become a real concern. Although the Grand River is cresting for some today, recreational use at several parks is highly discouraged as the danger remains. We continue monitoring those conditions throughout Saturday and into the rest of the weekend. 13 on your side's Josh Albertus spoke to residents earlier today who are continuing to deal with the flooding. One such resident, Jim Winslow, actually took a canoe out from his home to meet Josh. Thankfully, he is doing well, and many of the homes that are in the area are at least somewhat raised in that neighborhood. Winslow's only lived there for a few months, so this is the first flood he's experienced in this neighborhood. But he said, although these floods seem to be happening more frequently in the area, people who have lived there long braving the conditions say that it's worth braving those conditions.
Like, I don't know, every 2 or 3 years there's a flood similar to this, but average, it's usually like 5 to 10 years before we see something maybe of this magnitude. I mean, I've met people that have been down here 20, 30 years, and I mean, if you see the view and just being able to live on the river, it's worth it, even going through something like this.
Winslow says neighbors hopefully expect these water levels to start going down throughout the next week. Now, speaking of those flooding conditions, many areas do remain under flood alerts at this hour. Here's the latest map showing the flood warnings for the areas in teal. You notice less and less areas highlighted compared to just 24 hours ago. And we're going to see that pattern continue as river levels start to go down. More areas will drop out of the oranges and the reds as we get back closer to normal levels. Areas highlighted in yellow are near flood stage. Orange are experiencing minor flooding. And as you get toward red and purple, that would be major to moderate flooding. The highest area of concern continues to be the Grand River through Grand Rapids, though, where it is starting to crest here this evening in the minor flood stage at downtown, but up the river at Comstock Park, that's where we're into major flood category, at least just barely so. Cresting here as we work our way through the end of the weekend, about 16.1 feet. The river in low already on the downswing from its peak at 16.59, now down to just 16, though other portions of the river have a rise yet to come, especially Grand River and Robinson Township expected to hit moderate flood stage by the time it finally crests. That would be up about another 1.5 feet compared to where conditions are now. Now that we're just over a week past the devastating severe storms across the South, many are continuing to pick up the pieces. One of the hardest hit areas, the city of Wynne, Arkansas. Pepper Baker from our sister station ABC 24 in Memphis has this exclusive story with Mayor Jennifer Hobbs.
Wynne, Arkansas's town motto is a city with a smile, even though an EF3 tornado gave the people here every reason to frown. But you can see through the damage, there's still hope.
Our city is never going to look the same.
Hours before the storm hit Wynne, students were dismissed early, city employees went home early, and Mayor Jennifer Hobbs got in her truck, tracked reports, and watched the first major tornado disaster to hit her town under her leadership.
I felt like I was drowning. I was like, there are huge decisions that need to be made, and we actually had a real close connection to one of the state police officers that leads a SWAT team, and he came in and we surrendered command to him.
Search and rescue efforts carried on through the night into the next morning when Hobbs got a bird's eye view of the damage from a helicopter.
Really started on the western side of our city limits where our wastewater treatment facility is, which is a total loss, and so we just went there and we flew the path all the way to the ridge and back, and so it was overwhelming.
If you had to put a dollar amount on how much damage is in Wynne, if you had to ballpark it, what would you say that amount is?
Ooh, that is in the millions. I mean, I don't want to even try to ballpark it. It's overwhelming. I have a meeting next week and hope I get more information about that.
Which may have to do with using federal relief money after Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders declared a state of emergency supported by President Joe Biden.
President Biden called me on Saturday morning, so I was able to speak with him in person over the phone, and then the governor did come and I was able to walk with her. At that time, she was here on Sunday, and we didn't have the cleanup process hardly up and running, and so she saw how devastating it was.
In Wynne, 4 people died and 26 others were injured from the tornado that went on a 73-mile rampage, ending in Tipton County.
4 is 4 too many. But when you see the sheer destruction, I don't see how we escaped even more injuries and deaths than we had.
A week later, several hundred residents are still without power. About 300 utility workers are out on Wynne streets day in and out to restore it, along with crews cleaning up debris.
I don't think we could have been any more prepared. I wished our community had had the resources to build some kind of storm shelter. We don't have anything like that in our community, and if the resources were there, that is the one thing that I would add.
With disaster relief efforts pouring in, Hobbs is grateful for all the help as she looks forward at the lengthy rebuilding process ahead.
When you hear a neighbor in need, you go to the need, and that's just how we roll here in Arkansas.
Thanks again to Pepper Baker for that report. Now, you've been updated with the latest forecast here in West Michigan and some weather news from the community and around the country. You can always find more at 13onyourside.com/weather or by downloading the 13 On Your Side news and weather apps. For now, thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens.